Yeah, we got that Wu
Wu
Tang.
Wu
Yeah.
Tang.
Squash the
Tang.
beef. They
Yeah,
squashed the beef.
what's cracking with the Wu Tang?
It's just
Yeah.
back in the '90s or whatever, they had that issue with a Hot 97, but now they finally, like, what was that year? A couple of years ago, they finally squashed it with Funk Flex. After now that radio isn't the gatekeeper anymore,
What
you know what I
happened?
mean? No, they told them to, pretty much gave them an ultimatum saying that they have to come and perform at Summer Jam, and they were like, "Man, we overseas
In
getting it.
Europe.
Yeah, we getting it. We getting paid, man. We come do
They
this
were
shit damn near. We
touring
got to."
with
Rage Against the
Rage. My bad.
Machine.
Rage Against the
Yeah,
Machine.
they were when they were at the top, and they were like, "Man, we got to break this money train and come back to the NYC for this shit." And I guess they voted and they were like, "Man, fuck it, we got to come home." They came home and did it, and it was the worst,
It was
because
trash.
it was
They
trash. They
put
were
him
supposed to
on
close the
last.
show.
They put him
They
And
on
put him on
last.
after Bad Boy, right after Biggie was assassinated.
Mhm.
So everybody was emotionally more charged and into the Bad Boy, tributes to Big, and they had to go on after all of that. And normally they would have been, of course, as the headliner, nobody would have wanted them to go in front of them.
Right. And
So
it was just a shit show.
And on top of that, they sound like this. The whole stage show was trash. Like the mics was off, the sound was off, the records was skipping, and everything. It was just bad.
sabotage,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
and they
just
didn't get
bad.
paid, and they didn't get paid for it.
it
So
was a hit
Ed,
job.
so
What's
Ed,
up?
that caused the beef between
Yeah,
them and Flex. How'd
yeah,
that
because
happen?
Ghost
They
Ghost
said
got up there and started shouting out another radio station in NYC, like their rival, and was like, "Man, this is what we rock with." Pretty much like fuck Hot 97, you know.
Okay.
And that's when the beef started, and they pulled their fucking music, and Hot 97 was
Yeah,
was it. They pulled, like, how the fuck
Yeah.
you pull Wu Tang? You know how many motherfuckers that is? You know how many albums you pulling?
that.
Out of rotation, and
Mhm.
y'all doing that? Okay.
they literally
Um,
told the crowd, "Fuck Funk Flex,
it's like fuck Hot
fuck Hot
97.
97, listen to Kiss FM,
When you
Hmm.
fucking with
96
real
Kiss
dudes
FM."
and you fucking with their money when they just now getting it, mind you, how many members of the Wu it is, and they got to cut that check so many ways, and they
Right.
eating good overseas, not no hiccups, nothing, just stop after stop after stop after stop. Check is clearing. They come back home to some bullshit. Yeah, they gonna feel some type of way.
Right.
I was listening to Star, man. I was listening to Star. It was an older interview of his, and he said that the reason he believed that he got fired from Hot 97 was because he pointed out that they would always pull some fuckery when it came to the black artists. Like they were doing some bullshit with Mary J and
Yeah.
Jay Z, but when it came to Eminem, they fronted like $100,000 or $200,000 for him to perform that year, and told Jay and Mary that if they didn't perform, they was gonna pull their fucking music.
That was that time. They
But that
had
was
that time.
yeah,
They were
that
the
was
gatekeepers. They could say who gonna make it,
That's
who's
crazy.
gonna get played, and who's not gonna get played.
That's
that
That
was
fucked up, man.
that's why I
that
love
was
this new era.
period point blank, dog. That was period point blank. Shoot, not just for Wu Tang, but I've
Anybody.
read that in you guys' book about Wu Tang. I've read that in Angie Martinez's book on how Funk Flex would do that stuff with her as far as different artists. Like if it was a dope artist who would go to her show before they go to his show, he
You,
wouldn't play their music. And
that's it.
the same thing in Prodigy's book, rest in peace. The same shit happened with him as far as shit. Like if something didn't go the way that Funk Flex wanted to go, then it was a wrap.
That's why all the new kids don't fuck with him like that. They was like, "Man, we ain't got time for this old gatekeeper shit. We just put our own shit up on YouTube or SoundCloud and bypass these motherfuckers." It's kind of like he's a relic to these cats now. They look at dudes like, "Man, y'all really had to kiss his ring to get on?" That's fuck. They feel sad for the older heads who missed their time of getting money.
If
Hmm.
that
And that's what
if that's the case, man, and that shit obviously went on too long. That shit went on too long because Funk Flex is still on the air, right?
yeah, he's on.
Man, get the fuck out of here. He fuck. See, that's what I'm saying. You get these cats that fuck their own people like that, man. I'm not down with that shit, man.
But that was the
but
game. That was just
think
the
about
game.
it though.
Come
think
on,
about
man.
it. That famous Nas ran on Power 105 changed that shit, bro.
Yeah.
This is my thing. I understand, but it can't always be the game. Like you can't sit up and point out, that the owners and shit, fucking the artists, and not point out that the DJs did the same thing. That's why, everybody from our age group, this generation don't know. Back in the day, we had song after song. It was a variety of songs. You wouldn't hear the same song 4 and 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so many different artists. Man, in Texas, they would play 10 fucking songs. 10 motherfucking songs all day. And 2 of them would be local artists, which is dope. But come on, man, there's many more people out there. They I don't know, man.
Yeah, the whole platform changed once in 2007. 2007 is so instrumental because that's the year the iPhone came out. Shit started, you start getting these apps, everything, iTunes, everything started getting streamed. The radio was becoming obsolete. You had XM, that was getting faded out. Now all you got to do is stream shit. Now you got Apple Music, you get whatever you want. Remember, we had to go buy
Napster.
Yeah, shout out Napster. We had to go buy the whole album. Now you could buy the song. 99 cents, $1.50. And you could pick what you want. You have that option now, And now cats are getting paid off of streams, not actual physical copies, which is a big difference. And these kids don't understand, if Cat went platinum back in the day, that means physical copies were sold. You know how many streams you got to get the platinum status? It's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
But times have changed, man. The way we even listen to fucking music. We got cars that don't have CD players or any, you have to pay, what I'm saying, for an internet subscription, for you to listen to music in these new whips now. You don't even have that option.
Right. Yeah.
Facts.
Oh, man.
30 years ago, somebody would have told me that I'd be paying for internet in my car.
Right.
There you go, man. Yeah. You have to. If you want to listen to shit, you want to get directions, you have
It's
to
funny.
pay.
These motherfucking kids don't understand. It was a time when you couldn't do what we doing.
Facts.
It
There
was
you
a
go.
time there was no Pornhub. You had to dial 1-888-872 titties. I know I said too many numbers.
Hey, man, let's get in the show, man.
Oh my goodness.
1976 sex chat.
Shout out to Wu-Tang, man. They back at it. I'm glad the brothers are
Shout
back.
out
They on
to the
tour.
Wu.
Shout out to the
For
Wu.
sure.
Bomb atomically.
Yeah.
For sure.